All right. Greetings. I am David.
Hey, I'm Ben. Nice to meet everyone.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, David.
So
Hey.
Ben will be joining us for this playthrough of Final Fantasy VI because he is a Final Fantasy person.
Never played 6 though, but I'm always down to see new things.
And I really hope that after seeing this game, or at least seeing the first couple episodes, you'll decide to play it through nonstop and then devote the rest of your life to it.
I might take you up on that. I might. And you normally don't do JRPGs as often.
JRPGs are definitely a time sink.
Yeah, it's a hefty task.
Yes.
Definitely well worth it, I think. Just how immersive it is. But I know that some people just do not have the time for it.
Yeah. You said that you've played Final Fantasy X, and that's probably... Is that the only Final Fantasy you really played?
I played 10 to completion. I played 7 to completion. I played 7 Crisis Core. I tried to play 8, but the directions on like the ports that they have are not the best. I kind of figured out how to do it now because I talked to my mom because that was her favorite game, was Final Fantasy 8. I'm in the middle of playing through 13. I've played 15. I've been playing the online one just a little bit just to get my toes in because it's like you're free for the first 60 levels. So I know a decent amount. There's a couple others that I want. I used to play like the old Game Boy. I had like Final Fantasy like Adventures, and I had like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff. So it's been a decent part of my life for a hot minute. I think they gave me my parents gave me Final Fantasy X when I was like 6.
Okay,
or
so you're definitely more of a 3D Final Fantasy person.
Yeah, and I appreciate the 2Ds one too because I used to play I played like classic Fire Emblem, like I had Shadow Dragon and stuff, so like even like top down stuff. I was used to. So it was kind of a hodgepodge of just whatever I could get my hands on, I'd play it. Playing it well was another story, but I played it. So
always is when you're like that age.
Oh yeah, I'll just take whatever fucking scraps you can give me at that point. It's fine. So yeah.
So you may notice that this is the Steam version of Final Fantasy VI, not the original SNES. Because I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
Although they did release the new Pixel remastered ones. I had considered maybe playing through 6 on there and doing part of this playthrough.
Oh, just like catching up to where you are and then continuing.
Yeah.
I saw that it was super funny because I bought FF8.
Okay.
And then like a week later they announced that they were gonna like put out like a remaster of it, and I got so upset. I was like, God damn it. I think I got it on sale for like $2 though, so I'm not like too concerned. But it was still, I wanna play 8, and it's hard for me just because like back then, like when you had like PlayStation, like original PlayStation games, a lot of the instructions were just in the manual.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm just stupid when it came to the introduction of 8. It was really interesting, but they were like, hey, you're gonna fight a T-Rex and you gotta run away, but we're not gonna tell you how to run away. You just gotta know how to run away. And I was fucking button mashing and I just couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up. So, but my mother finally gave me the secrets to that, so I might just, do it sometime. I have the free.
Now, your mom's kind of a gamer, isn't she?
Yeah. She got me Wind Waker to teach me how to read. So that worked out kind of okay. But yeah, Zelda was like a big part of my childhood growing up with her because we just like Twilight Princess was her favorite game, and then she liked Pikmin, and then she loved Animal Crossing, and so like normal Nintendo stuff. But yeah, like other games
talk
like
about how all these all the text is like cut off. I don't know if that's
that's a good question. That might be.
I don't know if that's a result of this version of the game or if
I think it's the version of it.
Probably, because I think they also use this
designs.
for the mobile port
Producer.
as well.
Yeah.
And the music just kind of cuts off, and I don't know if that's part of it as well.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have audio.
Do you not have audio?
Yeah, are you streaming the application or just the screen?
The screen.
Stream the application.
Okay. 1 second. All right.
There we go. Now I got it. All right.
Okay. Yeah. I think I normally do the stream the program.
Yeah. Discord has this weird thing, and I think the only reason they don't like have audio share when you're sharing the desktop is just so that, the Discord audio doesn't get layered. And you're just stuck in a fucking audio loop and you want to die. Oh, well, damn. So, is this turn-based?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is it's an active time battle system. So
I see the
7.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, that's normally the theme for Final Fantasy.
I think
10,
it was
10 really took that out of the formula.
Yeah, it was introduced in, I think, 4 was when active time became more of a thing. This isn't like Final Fantasy 1 where it's all Pokemon turn-based.
Yeah, because I think they reworked how haste, the spell works, or they introduced haste. I'm not quite sure.
So the way we're doing this playthrough is similar to the Pokemon playthrough that happened a while back. We're doing everything post-commentary because it's a JRPG, and I don't really want to bore you with all the random encounters.
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm also cutting out random encounters that we've already done before, to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Obviously, some will still make it in by accident. So
there's a
similar.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I did not. I'm just now noticing that there's a positioning system here too, similar to 7.
Yes.
So that's okay.
Well, 7 took quite a bit from 6.
And they were just like, hey, it's 3D. We got fucking hand-painted art backgrounds, and have fun. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly prefer, like, actual turn-based. That's why I like 10 so much, is because I could prep it better. And I could just, like, sit down and, like, think about, like, what I had to do. But I understand the appeal of, like, time turn-based.
Yeah, it makes things a little more hectic.
And a little frantic.
Keeps you on your toes.
But
yeah,
I definitely
I definitely enjoy the being able to kind of think and plan things out a little more.
Late game for like Final Fantasy X, if you know how to cycle your haste very well, then you basically just almost have infinite turns, and it's kind of busted. And I can see why, like after 10 they made 10-2, and they switched back to the time attack ones. So that was a little bit interesting for me to attempt. I don't think I've ever beaten 10-2 just because it threw me off so much from what 10 was. But I know the story was pretty good. Honestly, anything that like Tetsuya Nomura touches, I'm pretty sure Tetsuya Nomura worked on 10. And he worked on 7, he worked on 10, I believe. And then obviously Kingdom Hearts was the thing.
Yeah.
So that man
is
insane.
I thought you would enjoy this is because you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
No, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a single character in Kingdom Hearts from FF6.
Setzer. He was in Kingdom Hearts 2. He was the guy that you had to fight the struggle.
I thought I thought Setzer was an 8. No, I'm thinking of
Cypher.
what the hell is it? Cypher. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here's
That
our
makes
first quote unquote boss or mini boss or whatever you want to call him. So this is a lightning whelk, and basically don't hit its shell.
Yeah, it's spiky and poisony looking.
And it's more of a thundery, shocky kind of guy.
Really?
Yep. Since it's a living being, bio works pretty well on it.
Now, are they always in the mechs?
No, do not get used to this. This makes you feel super powerful and strong at the very beginning of the game, but it is very deceitful.
Okay, because I didn't know. Now, is this the main character? Is she the main character? Like the MC?
Yes.
Or
so Final Fantasy VI is kind of odd. Even the creator of the game said that there is no main character, quote unquote. Although most people consider Terra to be the spoiler alert. The girl's name is Terra. She is considered the main character.
Just because I'm sure she's a little bit more pivotal to the story.
Yeah, the main story focuses on her.
Okay. Interesting. I'm here for it.
All right, so be careful when targeting this guy. Sometimes it will still default to targeting the shell when he comes out. So make sure that you're not doing that, because that definitely cost me a game over one time.
Oh god. In the beginning?
Yeah. This guy, his electric attacks hurt. Honestly, he might do it here. We might actually see it happen.
So, like, on a scale of, 1 to 10, what's the difficulty of this, do you think?
6 is...
the game in gen.
6 is not hard. 6 is probably one of the easier Final Fantasies to get into. I would say... Yeah. That's his Megavolt attack. That's for hitting the shell.
Shit. Did they just oh, that was a potion. Okay, I was like, did they just auto heal?
No.
Did they have auto heal in this? Do you know, like auto potion?
I think there's a certain type of spell that can bring you back from the dead.
That should be revive.
Yeah, it might be called re-raise or something. So I'm not going to bother healing the other two because, spoiler alert, they're not going to be in this party for very long.
I can tell by their grunt-ass outfits that they're probably fodder for whatever is to come. Yeah. So I wasn't expecting much, and there's no reason
honestly, I kind of want Terra to get the XP, because with those two knocked out, Terra's the only one that's going to get XP.
Does it spread? It's not like a base, like, oh, you do this so you always get this. It's a spread system.
I think it is a spread system.
Okay.
There we go. He's dead.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. If you ever played Final Fantasy IV, speaking to anyone, very similar to the Mist Dragon that you fight at the very start of the game there.
Didn't they just remaster those two?
Get out of their tutorial. Yeah, well, all the 2D games got pixel remaster.
Not to detract from this Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy 16.
What was it? 16?
The new one. That looks amazing.
Yes,
and
I totally agree. I like the fact that it looks like it's going to go back to the high fantasy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to throw back into high fantasy.
Yeah,
especially with them doing all like tech cities and stuff for like the past fucking 8 games.
Yeah, because the last, I mean, I'm not well versed with the newer Final Fantasies, but The last one that I
15.
know of is 9 that really dived into the high fantasy worlds.
Yeah. And, 10 did a mix and match, kind of. They kind of built their own thing, like a post-apocalyptic, like, tech city, but, like, it was, they did their own thing. And I think the art design for 10 was fucking phenomenal. So it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, they did tech cities and stuff for 10, because they did, but they didn't. It's kind of a weird thing. Because they're like, hey, we're out in the wastelands, but there's like some artifacts over here that we could use to travel and stuff. I don't know if you're ever gonna play it or want to play it on here. I highly recommend 10. I will sit in on anything involving Final Fantasy 10.
10 is supposed to be considered a good starting point for 3D, right?
Yeah. 10 gets a lot of hate just because it's different, but it's honestly super easy to get into, and it's super easy to grind in. And it's a very fleshed out world, I think, and the characters are very well written. It's very near and dear to my heart. And a lot of it is just stemmed from just me playing it as a child.
Yeah.
And just not understanding. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally do this. And then I bought it on Steam. And then I played through it, and I was so mad. It was on my original laptop, and I was at the final boss, and my laptop crapped out on me. And they didn't have cloud saving back then, so it was just gone. And I was not happy about it. Oh, damn, she is pretty.
I think, is it a mono? I think it's a mono. That did the portraits for these.
Oh, did they? Okay.
But yeah, getting into Final Fantasy VI a little. This is where the more steampunk tech Final Fantasies really started. It started in 6.
They kind of like dip their toes in it a little. I can tell it looks like a very Victorian, but like, hey, we got like steamworks going on in the background.
Yeah.
Ride this giant mech. However, look at all this beautiful Victorian ceiling housings on the inside of the fireplace.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, Yoshitaka Amano was the one that did all the artwork for this game.
A really big staple for me that have like always like drawn me to Final Fantasy games is that their soundtracks are by far just the easiest things I can just listen to and not care about anything.
Final Fantasy VI, you're gonna love this soundtrack.
I'm already enjoying the passive soundtrack that they got going on right now.
Yeah, Terra's main theme, which is the one that we were hearing just in the house.
Yeah.
So Terra didn't really know what she was doing. She was being controlled by a slave crown. I think we were talking over top of that, but just to kind of give some context. So as to what she's doing here, she was ordered to get that thing in the ice cube,
which looks like a summon to me. If I'm being honest.
And you're not wrong. So
okay.
That so in the world of Final Fantasy VI, summons are, there's these things called Espers, which are magical creatures. In Final Fantasy VI, magic really isn't a thing. Only a handful of people can do it. Terra being one of those people. We won't find out why for a little while, but those Espers later on in the game will become summons, or can be used as summons. So there's a specific reason why I'm ignoring those chests.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were like freaking out there for a second.
It was just like the chest though.
So we'll be coming back later here.
Okay.
And there are a few caverns where the chests change uh, the items inside depending on when you come and get them.
So it's like a level progression kind of thing.
Certain story points.
Okay, I didn't know if it was because I know sometimes like if you're a certain level, then like things will change so that way like the reward's worth it, or if it's like
Yeah.
story point wise.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
remember quite what the items are. So, but um, this cavern, and then there's another one in probably a part or two that we'll be visiting that also has a similar gimmick. There's one specific item that I know I'll want from one of those chests. So we're getting a flashback to when Terra was first starting to be mind controlled, and we're seeing our main villain of the game,
Good.
Kefka. Honestly,
And I'm assuming they're an advisor.
Kefka.
Yeah, it's Kefka like like a royal advisor. It looks like.
Yeah, he's the main like mage or something. I can't remember what his technical title is.
Okay.
But he's a part of the Empire.
Wow, they are really fucking Hitlering right now.
Yeah. Well, it is the Empire.
Okay, yeah. Dick Hale. I guess whatever floats the fascist boat.
Yep. All right. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next part.
Bye.